What's up everybody, Tommy Marquez here with some lead-up coverage to the 2020 CrossFit Games and the first of the two-part competition, the online portion that will ultimately narrow the field down to just 5 men and 5 women who will compete at Aromas. Over the next week or so, I'm going to reveal to you my dark horse picks for athletes that could make it through and surprise some people by going to Aromas. Now, none of these athletes have ever finished in the top 10 at the Games in their career, so doing so would mean a career best finish for them in 2020. Now, up first is none other than Chandler Smith. Now, Chandler is a rising superstar in the sport despite only having one appearance at the CrossFit Games in 2019. But Chandler Smith has continued to pile in impressive performance after impressive performance on a variety of competition formats. Chandler had a career best finish of 22nd in the Open to earn his invite this year, but this season he also won the Mayhem Classic, and in back-to-back years he has finished in the top 5 at the Rogue Invitational against some of the best in the sport. His 4th place finish this year was done under a very similar format to what we'll see in the opening round of the Games, an online format with much more progressive programming featuring heavier loading, higher skill, and potentially some odd objects and unique time frames. Take into account that he has had some chances to move around and train with some very high-level athletes and coaches in recent months, including Katrin Davidsdottir and Ben Bergeron, and Chandler Smith is very rapidly broadening the margins of his experience, which only adds to his chances of making it through Aromas and into the top 5. Up next for the men is the Canadian national champion, no, not Patrick Vellner, who won the Open overall, but Quebec native Jeffrey Adler. Much like Chandler Smith, Adler had an impressive showing in his rookie appearance at the CrossFit Games, but 2020 is really where Adler started to shine. Let's start with the Open. Adler finished a career best 5th place worldwide on the backs of his first career Open workout win in 20.4, and coupled with another top 10 finish worldwide in 20.3, those two workouts, with movements like pistols, handstand walks, and 315 clean and jerks for reps, represent programming more in line with what we might see in this first online portion of the Games, with the skill and barbell loading getting increasingly complex. Adler also had strong finishes in live competition this season as well, finishing 8th in a stacked field in Dubai and making the podium alongside Chandler Smith at Mayhem. He's an absolute monster with the barbell, particularly when things go below parallel, so if we see significantly heavy squatting and barbell work, Adler is one to keep an eye on with the online format because he'll have the benefit of competing inside the comfort of his own affiliate, CrossFit Wonderland in Montreal, Quebec, where I had the chance to train after the Atlas Games were canceled. It's time for my final dark horse pick on the men's side, and it's multi-year Games qualifier Samuel Quan. Now, casual fans may be thinking, who? But trust me, you need to keep your eyes on this young man who first qualified for regionals back in 2014 at just 18 years old. Quan earned his first trip to the Games at just 20, and despite a knee injury that wiped out the rest of his season in 2018, at just 24 years old, Quan already has 3 top 20 finishes at the CrossFit Games, 4 top 20 finishes worldwide in the Open, and an impressive event win in double DT during his rookie year. Quan has been particularly quiet the rest of the season and didn't compete in any other events after the Open, but that was likely due to the fact that him and his wife welcomed their first child back in April. Congratulations, by the way. As weird as this may sound, given the fact that Quan has a solid home gym to train out of, with a newborn to care for as well, he's probably one of the few athletes that actually benefited comparatively from the circumstances of COVID, forcing many to be stuck at home and not having their usual gyms for training environments. One of the reasons that Samuel Quan has been able to fly under the radar so far is that he does a great job of mitigating the damage in his bad finishes, but he doesn't really blow you away with any one performance. Out of the 34 tests that he's taken at the CrossFit Games so far, 18 have been finishes between 10th and 25th, meaning those finishes are just enough to kind of keep you in contention for that top heat, but they're just outside of the scope of what catches the public and the fans' eye. Now, coming off a 13th place finish last year at the CrossFit Games, Quan just narrowly missed making it through the final cut and getting to finish the weekend, and I really think he's one of the athletes that could surprise some people once this first portion kicks off. We've got more Dark Horse coverage coming your way, and if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and stay up to date with all of the latest news. And for all of our news and coverage leading up to the CrossFit Games, head on over to morningchalkup.com.